Good morning. Welcome back to the Higher Grounds Podcast Morning Minute Meditation. This is Pastor Josh Montgomery of the Safe Harbor Baptist Church in Salisbury, North Carolina. Thank you for joining us once again this morning. The last few times we've been on the Morning Minute Meditation, we've been sharing a series of thoughts out of Hebrews 13:15 in that little phrase, giving thanks to His name. We've been talking about some of the names of God. And how we ought to give thanks to that. What is in a name? It speaks of one's character. It speaks of one's conduct. It speaks of one's capability. And so we've been speaking about the names of God. This morning I'm interested over in Exodus chapter number 15, and it is the name Jehovah Rapha. In Exodus chapter 15, God's people has come out of Egypt land. They're shouting the victory. God's part of the Red Sea, made a way when there was no way. But the Bible tells us they come in verse 23 to the bitter waters of Marah. And they could not drink there because the waters were bitter. But the Bible says that Moses cried unto the Lord, and the Lord showed him a tree. This was a preeminent tree. It was there before they ever got there. It was there when they got there. It was a pointed out tree. The Lord showed Moses that tree. It was a provided tree. It was right where God's people needed it. I'll say this also, this tree was a tree that had been cut down, and it had to be cast to the waters. It was the prescription that God's people needed. And when that tree was cast into those waters, the Bible said that the waters were made sweet. And here's what God said in verse number 26, and speaking of the Lord, and He said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and will do that which is right in His sight, and give ear to His commandments, and keep all His statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee. That is Jehovah Rapha, the Lord that heals. You may have a broken heart today. You may have a need in your life, and I'm glad He is Jehovah Rapha. He is the God that can mend the brokenhearted. He is the God that can meet your need today. So may God help us, and I want to exhort you and admonish you today. Give thanks to His name, that He is the God that healeth thee. From the Higher Grounds Podcast family, you have a great day. God bless you.